Hello and welcome, I am Carynx, and this is Dark Souls 3. We are back in Firelink Shrine, literally just a minute after the end of the previous episode. And so, we will immediately return back on the path to the consumed King's Garden and the wonderful mysteries contained within. Oh, start to look at Ward of the... Oh, I see. We're starting to scratch upon New Game Plus territory. We are now level 83, so yeah, just about close to 100. That is when a lot of people get into New Game Plus. 82 now. It checks out. Anyway, take a close look at this boss room if you would. Look at all of those inscribed stone tablets. Look like Titanite slabs. And they're coating every nook and cranny of this boss room. Except for the ceiling, perhaps. Lizard ahead. Also, just because it's so funny to do. Okay, slow walk. Needn't draw attention prematurely. Report. Annoying buggers. Ooh, and the leggings. Fetal night gear is pretty difficult to get a hold of. It'll make for a good farming spot, especially for a port. I need to change my ring again to the pontiff right eye. There you are. There you are. Right, but onward we go. Let's go open a chamber in the back here and continue onward. Let's pry open these stone doors and delve into the deep lore, because that is in essence what we're about to face. And just the way this corridor looks. Most of them seem dead. At least they appear to be. Yeah. Look, it almost looks like there's a human row of teeth behind the two snake fangs still. You know, on a completely unrelated, but not exactly unrelated note, I'm a pretty big Elder Scrolls fan, you know. You know, this reminds me of Alien Ruins. Can you imagine if this is what they looked like an Elder Scrolls 6 or what have you? With this level of intricacy and detail. Ah, got the drop on me there. Yeah, using fire weapons against the snake people, that's smart. Like transfigured humans of some kind. There. Stop twisting out of the way, well, I was gonna say you can even still make out the, at least it looks like you can make out the nipples. It's a proper scale, it's either. Like incomplete snake people. And a Drake Blood Knight. With the Path of the Dragon emote. And that is our ticket into Archdragon Peak. We'll place my rest gesture with that. Now then. Still plenty to see in here. No, this is not an illusory wall. But there is indeed an illusory wall in here. Might have even been two. Don't remember. And plenty of Titanite skills, of course, though I'm not really using boss weapons, so... but you never know. Things can change. I'm just thinking about my spells. Profuse Sweat would be much more useful than Combustion here. Visions of Dark. A Dark Cemetery of Ash. This is it, the hole. Right at the back of the shrine. Up. Yes, I suppose it's no spoiler to anyone watching this, but of course this is indeed the Cemetery of Ash as if already seen it long ago. And I came here back then too, didn't I? Looking at the hole in the wall up there. Can still see it quite clearly. And the player messages here, they also transcend both maps. If I were to leave one here, for instance, and return to the regular Cemetery of Ash, well... for a moment this looked like something else. Either way, I should rest at the flame. And so exploration begins. For a second time. Actually, put the exploration hold for 1 second. I wanted to equip Profuse Sweat instead of Combustion. And actually let me put Fire Orb in and... no, not travel. And instead we'll replace my Pontiff's Right Eye Ring with the Bloodbite one. There, that'll work better. It's quite literally the same layout. But it's all cast in absolute darkness. And all the light shines in here. Touching the flame with my blade. Ow. Okay, get me out of here. Jeez. Well, come on now. These things are fast. That's ridiculous. These creatures attack faster than my blade even. Well, if it would have been one-on-one, it would have been fine. Different strategy, how about that? He noticed me. Let me go reset them real quick at the bonfire. Let's see if we can take this guy out beforehand using a crossbow bolt. Well, didn't really work, but at the same time it kept the others from aggroing. I can see you walking there, you know. Come on now. I want you to come over here. Took you some time. Here, I'll start for dealing with the challenge. Now, I wonder if they could have been reported as well. But I think we've had enough cheesing fun with that already. That is the sarcophagus we came out of at the beginning of the game. Now we found the Ashen Estus ring. I low-key wonder if you can actually charm the grave wardens to patrol this place. Treacherous creatures those are. Let's proceed carefully. They are around here, somewhere. In the dark. Unseen. What's with dogs? Yes, there you are. Still as dangerous as ever. There's a second one as well. For a moment I thought the dog had glitched through. Right, the second one of the grave wardens went down here someplace. Can't really pinpoint where they are. Ah, there you are. I had a feeling I heard you behind me. And that's the end of them. Not just dogs. Lots of them. Oh, there you come. Still the safest bet to just let them hit your shield. Not quite what I intended on doing. Good. Takes care of them. Certainly more treacherous place than this place it used to be at the start of the game. And of course the same applies to what awaits beyond here. Remember all the way back then, the turn back message. Long time ago that was. Well, still facing much of the same challenges in here now. Some more of these beautiful creatures. Let's forget them one at a time though. Should be able to make it come after me. As long as you can separate this guy from the other one, so I don't have to fight them both at once. Huh. Didn't follow me far, did you? Oh, I can't safely come up here. Well, that's fine. This is a good arena as any. Really? That hit? And that's one of them down. Just need to deal with the second one up this way. At least this will be a more open fight. Just like at the start of the game. Just a lot cleaner. Give you quite a chunk of souls, don't they? But no cheeky 800 souls for us to pick up this time. Just more darkness looming. Well, not much else left here for now, except for the boss. And of course the NPC invader. I shall embark once I've cleared the area and we'll tackle her on our own terms then. Might as well. Oh, hello. I see you. So yeah, these guys are back in a different group constellations as well. This is where the bonfire used to be in regular Cemetery of Ash. All the way back at the beginning. Right, well. Boss mechanics. Really? A sword coming and I still get hit in the face like that? That's just cheap. Well, next boss encounter. It's gonna be pretty much the same as Udex Gundy, at least for the first phase. Not to get myself beaten by these weird things. Yeah, they're so erratic. I hear multiple footsteps. Great, more archers. Among other things. What is your attack speed? That's actually really bad. I'm wasting all of my Estus just getting to the boss room. Yeah, same as usual. Archer down there, but there's also mobs above that might aggro on me if I go in straight. I should clear through this way. I'm most likely gonna reset at least once before we get to the boss room. It's playing a bit too risky. I'll take care of you this way because there's more mobs there. Yeah, you are whatever I'm concerned about. The other crossbowmen. Caught me off guard. They were so simple back at the start, weren't they? Well, let's get back to full health and prepare for the NPC invasion. It's gonna be the first thing I'll deal with. Want to get my magic bag to ring on for that. Also couldn't hurt to further enhance some magic resistance using the blue pellets. Let's left them quick bound. Yes I do. And of course this. And I need the ember. Can't be invaded otherwise. Might need to walk back a ways though to trigger her to spawn. Yes, here we go. Don't throw yourself off now, Crimhild. What do I say? Don't throw yourself off, I say. Right, definitely gonna reset the area. I mean, we'll have to fight the one Grave Warden, it's fine. I have to actually see if we can just report it, because then I can just skip fighting it and get right past it. The boss is pretty much gonna be the same that we've already faced in the tutorial area, except it's got a lot more vicious second phase this time. And his moves are faster as well. I'm gonna get my ring back on. Not the right eye. I'm essentially banking and not really having to fight the mobs here. I'll try to rapport to the Grave Warden, don't know if it works, but we're about to find out. And the answer is yes. Nice. The second one accurate as well, I think. No, thank you. I think it's inaccurate by now. Yeah, I'm about to screw around with these guys. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Oh, that's just very unfortunate. And then we have you. This one doesn't seem too aggro. Well, let's take care of it anyway, cause... What? How? I turned around in midway. Taking care of that so he doesn't yeah, you as well. Might as well. NPC is just gonna aggro otherwise. Yeah, I think letting them hit you is the safest way to deal with it, because they get staggered and then suffer counter damage. Oh, Soda Master. The first time summoning you, is it? So first phase is pretty much going to be the same standard stuff that we've already seen. Second phase is going to be interesting. Yes, interesting, let's settle for that. I'm not sure how much use Sword Master is actually going to be here. He's not very strong in terms of damage. Oh, really? Second phase. Ooh. Our kick has become a lot more vicious. Oh, no you don't. Ooh, why is my dodging so bad on you? It's like his moves are so different in a sense. The timing has completely changed. Oh, Sword Master. Can I have like 5 seconds, Gondia? Thank you. He is aggressive, isn't he? Well, Swordmaster put in more work than expected. Helped Jaco quite well, at least. Oh, I was about to say, where am I sold? Let's go spend them. Yes, Firelink Shrine. Oh, normal one. Well, now remember back in the beginning of the Let's Play, I made a comment about the broken coiled sword has been inserted into Champion Gundia. An unknown hero, and I believe his soul's description makes reference to that as well. Soul of the Champion Gundia, a champion that came late to the festivities, was greeted by a shrine of fire and a bell that would not toll. And so it was put there as a scabbard to wait the rise of new ash. Only, in some weird sense, I suppose it was us that put him there in the first place then. Right, there should be quite a bit of new dialogue available now.
Aha, that looks so. Ah, fine and oh.
No, not quite yet. Or perhaps I have to speak to the Firekeeper first. Either way, we have Gundia's Halberd, which is a ridiculous amount of durability. Halberd of Gundia the Champion, received when he is charged with his duty. This old cast iron halberd has the power to break poise, and is said to never crumble, seeming to suggest that Gundia was fated to eternal service from the beginning. Only a skilled champion's charge, which is pretty much what he did twice during the boss fight. That nasty charge attack he wasn't able to dodge. And the Prisoner's Chain, which is actually a very OP item. Portion of a steel chain used to restrain Gundia. Gain vigor, endurance and vitality, but take extra damage. A prisoner is one who has staked everything on a belief. A proclivity most apparent in the greatest of champions. It's a really powerful ring though. We get 5 points of vigor, endurance and vitality all in one package, which is stronger than what you get out of the Fap ring alone even. But of course there is a trade-off, and that's that all of your physical absorptions will be reduced by 5, I believe. This may be one of the occasions where we'll not go for the weapon.
Now.
Let's have a closer look at that and compare the stats, taking off you to begin with though. Does this even barely affect my equipment load? Let's look at our absorption to begin with. Well, that was all of them, but like 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. Not all of them, but 3 points. But on the other hand, it boosts my defense to some level. And you can see what it does to my equipment ratio. Just looking at you. I have 116 and 1.3k without you, but 63. This just does so much more. It's 3% versus all of that we gain. Might well be worth having this on until we get the Fap ring +3, much later on. It is a trade-off, but one that would be worth the time, I believe. Right, more level ups. Two of them again. Well, it gets my vigor to 30 and that's that done. Next comes attunement. And then endurance.
Farewell, Ash-made of flint.
Of course, the ring will also lose efficiency as we go. You know, soft caps being a thing, so the straight percentual increase, it actually takes the levels into account. So it's where the ring kind of loses its charm at higher soul levels again. But for now, only for now it's a precious thing to have. Just as well as some of these would be precious to have. And good on the other ones. Yeah. What are you? Washing pole. That's new. No, it's not. Eastern's ashes. That's what should have added this to the list. Man, I need to buy all of these at some point in the game. Not right now, though.
Ashen.
Not right now. Right now we're going to make our way back to the Dark Firelink Shrine. Now the boss was one thing, but that which is to follow next will be all the more daunting for it. Definitely gonna need Green Blossom and the Golden Weapon enchant. Because we're about to face a tirade of Black Knights. Never had a particularly easy time with them, did I? And there's definitely more than one of them in here. Calf's Flame Arc isn't going to do much against them. Just bait the first one out right away. It's this one, right? I think so. Ow. Well, we can sort of effectively trade blows, I suppose. Not what I wanted to do. Well, what do we spy in the distance there? Oh, of course, it's back in the boss room. The Black Knight halberd, I didn't pick it up. I might want to take that. The Black Knight glaive, as this game calls it. Ridiculously broken weapon at the first game. Dark Souls 1 is a perfectly balanced game. Right. This place is a little disorienting. That's the two Black Knights that were down here. There's a third one around the corner. A fourth one in there, and I'm pretty sure there was a fifth one somewhere at the top of the shrine. Yes, no, maybe, probably. Yeah. It's the other axe one. Black Knight Great Axe, thank you. And here we are, in the Hornet Ring. That is going to replace McCarthy's Milk Ring. Or maybe it will replace my Pontiff's Right Eye. I think it'll replace you. To be honest, the Carynx Milk Ring is kind of nice. I don't understand what brings about in PvP all the time. So yeah, Horned-Ring, literally the same as in the previous games, significantly bolsters the damage it do with every post, especially in PvP. I've got a feeling we're about to... there you are. You are whom I was looking for. Well, the damage increase rings slightly hollow, like this. Ring slightly hollow, pun not intended. Chaos Blade. Yes, and there's nothing we can do with these doors as far as I know. But that's it. Beyond the ability to mistake Firelink Shrine. Not a soul. The Ember ahead. Well, that would be the case for the normal version. Don't forget the messages displayed here. They are... well... shared between both versions of Firelink Shrine, as it were. Let's go see what we can find inside. I will actually bring up my torch for this. Won't be much trouble to swap back to my shield if need to be. Seems this physical attacks work well enough against these Black Knights anyhow. And here we are. Firelink Shrine. Dark. Desolate. Yet we're still not exactly alone in here. Cool sword fragment. We'll have a look at that later. For now, I believe we'll have ourselves a conversation with the handmaid here. Yeah, those are literally the messages that were already here earlier, before we left. Hello.
Well, fancy that. A lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell.
Indeed.
Well, thou shouldst my purpose know. What can this old handmaid provide thee?
You know, the handmaid's dialogue, the 1 hour version of Firelink Shrine, will be different if you go the entire game without speaking to her and meet this version of the handmaid first, implying that yes, we are indeed very much the past. How exactly that works, I have no idea though. Either way, she sells the priestess ring, which increases faith, second one of those. We'll buy your embers, won't be able to buy the Artorias gear for the moment being. Well, I know it's here and I shall come back at one point. Let's go talk some more for now.
To skirt the curse's grasp, tarry not for long. 'Tis dark for now, and not a soul stirs, but remember, fires are known to fade in quiet. Or perhaps thou'rt captive already, like the poor girl.
The poor girl. The firekeeper.
Best not tarry long.
The poor girl. Well, I'm not exactly sure. And here's the blacksmith, of course. Abandoned for now. Well, there's more to see yet though. More secrets yet hidden within the depth of this place. That popped out of existence very spontaneously. Captive, like the poor girl. Couldn't be what you meant, could it? Either way, here they are, the blueberries. A key item to lead us down yet another different ending. One that I probably will not take in the first run. Because if you want to do the Lord of Hollows ending, that is easiest done in your first new game cycle. Because it requires you to do the 5 free level ups, and that's not something you want to put yourself through in consecutive gameplay cycles. There's nothing more here. I believe this is where you find the old ashes if it dies prematurely. Right, that leaves just the top of Firelink Shrine, doesn't it? I wonder, do the thrones still read the same names as they always have? I would assume so. Saint Aldrich of the Deep, yes. Ludleth, who is not currently on his throne. The Abyss Watchers and the Swords. You know, we should easily be able to tell about the thing with the messages. Oh. Looks like footprints leading down into the dark. Well, kind of looks like footprints anyway. Right, need to make heads and tails of this. Should be this side here. Above Yol and Uria. Yes. And of course, there's my message placed here at the start of the game. Dark Firelink Shrine. It's a curious thing. Now, just one more place to visit in here, and that would be the top. Up this way. I know there's a Black Knight up here, just not exactly sure where. Or would he be on the other side? Either way, all I know is there is another Black Knight in here somewhere. Alright, not knowing where he is not making me comfortable. But he does not appear to be on this side. And of course the tower cannot be accessed. I wonder, can it do the tree jump? Well, not like that I can't. I've never tried jumping up the tree before in Dark Firelink Shrine to see if there's anything atop the nest. I mean, the ladder's certainly gone. You know, it's probably just gonna be yet another Black Knight up there. Or can you not even make it on the roof here? Oh yes, you very much can. Right, I've never gone up the roof before, so let's be cautious. I've no clue what might or might not be up here. Well, you can definitely go in there if you wanted to. But what if you wanted to go around? Would you run into anything else? Another Black Knight, possibly. No, I don't think so. Well. Never came up here before, and now I come here only to find out there's nothing here. Well, let's go see what we can find on the rafters, shall we? And then we've got the other staircase to check. Pretty sure that's the one where the Black Knight is atop. I know for certain there's one more Black Knight in here. I see a note here. There should be the upper staircase on the other side. It's not as though I see a Black Knight there either. But I'm very sure one exists. Most curious. Of course we have the passage down here. Chest is still opened. I suppose I could have gotten the ring here as well if I came here. I didn't take it until now. Well, who knows? Let's go check up the other staircase, and after that we shall return to Firelink Shrine. Quite sure there's another one of these bastards up here. Alright, say what now? I've searched the entire shrine, top to bottom. There's nobody in here. Nobody but us and the shrine handmaid. But I very much know I've fought a Great Axe Wheel and Black Knight inside of here before, on the upper levels. So how'd he get there? That's a curious one. Anyway, there's quite a few things throughout the game that modify what exactly spawns inside of this place. Just as well as the items you can find in here. With that being said, let's have a closer look at the cooled sword fragment. Fragment of the coiled sword of a bonfire which served its purpose long ago. Returns caster to last a bonfire used for resting, not a bonfire firing shrine, can be used repeatedly. Bonfires are linked to one another irreversibly, retaining the affinity long after the purpose is exhausted. Yeah, infinite homeward bone basically. You could also drop that to the crow for a Titanate lab. That's something I'd rather do in successive playthroughs. For now I'd rather keep the fragment. It'll be quite useful to me. And the second item we should behold is this. The eyes of a firekeeper. Said to be the eyes of the first firekeeper, and the light that was lost by all firekeepers to come. It reveals to the sightless firekeepers things that they should never see. And will we elucidate these things that should never see? Most likely we will. Of course, one thing I'm curious about, yes. With the prisoner chain on, I can actually use the gutter twin blades with the arbalest on. Still gonna have to focus on getting the heavy crossbow at some point. Right. For now we shall bid this place adieu. Off to the shrine. Now there should certainly be new dialogue available from both the Firekeeper and Ludleth each. Let's go speak to them before we do anything else.
Welcome home, I shall speak then.
I will not give the eyes just yet.
Ashen One, may I pose thee a question? Has the little Lord Ludleth spoken to thee of any curious matters?
Little Lord.
I sense that he possesseth some knowledge of a thing once most precious, or most terrible, now lost to the Firekeepers. Pray tell, is it a matter of which I should be apprised?
Remains to be seen once I've spoken to Ludleth.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide.
It's a bit of dialogue we won't be hearing much longer. Ludleth.
Ah, found her, did we? And the black eyes that shimmer within, I see.
Indeed.
'Tis as if it were but yesterday. We did all we could to spare her from them. Much has happened since. Mayhap I should apprise thee of what the thin light of these eyes might reveal to the eyeless Firekeeper. Scenes of betrayal, things never intended for her ken, visions of this age's end.
But yet it is the natural cycle that Lord Gawain intended to suppress. One can't stem the tide of nature forever. I feel that's pretty much the core morale of the entire Dark Souls series. You can't fight change forever.
The eyes show a world destitute of fire, a barren plain of endless darkness, a place born of betrayal. So I willed myself Lord to link the fire, to paint a new vision. What is thine intent?
To paraphrase Lord Aldir from Dark Souls 2, doesn't really matter how enticing or luxurious a lie might seem. Luxurious? It's not really the word. But either way, perpetuate it as long as you might, a lie will always remain a lie. I suppose it's a moral question. Not something I'm quite up for, but how does one even betray a lie? The lie in itself is already a betrayal of thought, a betrayal of nature, and hence we've got the entire fire linking curse. Well.
Now, do not be away over long.
The Lord of Hollows ending is what we will pursue first. But still, it's a curious thing to think about. I mean, since Ludlev is supportive of our decision, is he not? If we were to show the Firekeeper these images of betrayal, he wanted to paint a new picture after all. Something other than the constant re-linking and the reenactment of the linking of the fire.
Welcome home, speak then.
Well, let's go do it. The eyes.
Ashen One, are these eyes?
Indeed.
How gracious of thee, Ashen One. The very things we Firekeepers have been missing.
And goodbye, somber, homely music of Firelink Shrine.
Ashen One, my thanks for the eyes thou'st given. But Firekeepers are not meant to have eyes. It is forbidden. These will reveal through a sliver of light frightful images of betrayal. A world without fire. Ashen One, is this truly thy wish?
Let this cycle be unbroken. Rather, let the cycle be broken.
Of course. I serve thee, and will do as thou bidst. This will be our private affair. No one else may know of this. Stay thy path. Find lords to link the fire, and I will blindly tend to the flame until the day of thy grand betrayal.
So it shall be.
Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
Right. And this is where we will end this episode. I'll see you next time.